Hey, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to Marcus Made in America here on the We the People Podcast Network. So, we've got a great show for you, and we're going to rate this show. What are we doing? NRC 17? Do we just keep adding more letters every week?
Yeah. NRCBAQ 17.
We'll have the whole alphabet soon.
Yeah.
So, anyway, basically, we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but some of the things that are expressed on this show could be taken to heart. And we don't want you to take anything to heart or have any hurt feelings unintentionally. Nobody means to harm you intentionally unless, well, I guess maybe if somebody said something specifically to a person and called them out, like, I want to duel. Maybe Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, well, yeah, I would assume harm would be coming my way. Because I don't know how to duel.
Austin, do you notice somebody got in my face the other day, dude? Somebody got in my face.
What about what?
Did I tell you? You did. I didn't tell you.
No,
Austin?
I don't.
Did I not? Oh my goodness, dude!
Marcus.
So much has been going on,
dude. You leave me out of the loop here.
Okay, you guys. So I don't know how many of you guys out there know that I live in Rochester, New York. But Rochester is, wow, man, boy howdy, have we had some crime. Okay, we're up there above Chicago right now as per capita crime rate. So I mean, right now, Jiminy Jillikers, guys. I mean, what are we on? 65? Like, and that's
shootings
like,
or murders?
Murder? No, dude, we're at over hundreds of murder. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, you guys. Hundreds of shootings.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, it's hard to keep track.
I believe it's 60. No, but see, that's not even funny because a joke like that, you guys, is so simply mistaken for the truth nowadays in Rochester. And that's something that if you guys are out there right now, I really want you to check into what's going on in Rochester right now, okay? Because the crime, the violence, if you don't know because you haven't been watching very long or this is your first time watching, my name is Marcus C. Williams, and I am running for Rochester City Council. Why am I running for Rochester City Council? Because, gosh darn it, I believe in America. Not only do I believe in America, I believe in my city, okay? And I believe that if people had more faith in their fellow man and their city, that they would be able to work with me to restore Rochester so that we can move forward. But that being a given, something that just really kind of makes sense. Sometimes you get pushback from people, Austin. Sometimes you get pushback, even if you're willing to be like me and work across parties, no matter who you're working with, Like, I don't have an issue working with anybody, but I'm not going to tell you that I love you when I don't like you very much at all. I don't think that anybody should do that. I think that that's being untruthful. And, if somebody is what you would consider a domestic terrorist, well, then by golly, I think that it is your duty to stand up and say that they are a domestic terrorist. So this has to do with what I'm talking about. If you guys aren't familiar with the city that I'm in, is the FTP people. Okay, so they're the police people, Oh, I forgot I'm on my podcast. I'm so used to being on the news and everything that I can actually curse. But a lot of my fans out there have been saying to try to do my best to throttle back the cursing. I said, you know what, you guys? I love you guys all so much. I will really work on it. And as you see, I have worked on it. In the same way that I am working on myself and growing myself so that I can be a better person every day is exactly the same way that I want to work to help grow our city and rejuvenate our whole nation. Because right now, we really need people to stand up. And I really would appreciate right now if you guys have a second and you guys really believe in the stuff that I'm saying and talking about on my podcast, please go to my website, marcus4rochester.com, and donate. It's Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. Please go donate because it is very actually costly to make sure that you can run a campaign that can kick your opponents behind when they want to make sure that they defund and get rid of the police, even though the Family Dollar down the street from me has been robbed about 3 or 4 times, broken into about another 2 to 3 times. And we're talking about in the period of the last 2 to 3 months. So these FTP people, right? One of them is running for, well, I guess technically two of them. One that's not involved in this incident because they lie more low. Um, but one of them is running for city council, you guys, like against me. Well, I mean, I guess not against me, right? Because they're running for themselves. But dude, like they're out and out, like I don't even know, man. Like if we were to call her a communist, that would be insulting communists. Like I really want to be real here because this is my podcast. So a boogie woogie on a doogie to anybody that's got something to say to me. What's goody? Okay, I love you all, and if you want to fight or be mad or whatever the case is, stop taking stuff out of the context. All I want is all of you to succeed. Like it doesn't make any sense why all of you are so mad at each other. Okay. I mean, you know what? So let me get to the point, okay? Because I was about to get a little feeling, Austin. Oh my goodness. Look, can you believe it? Well, we got some people out here. Oh, hey guys, how you doing? So, man, I'm out here at my business. I'm right by the Family Dollar. So I get out of my business because I hear race cars, right? You know, if you hear something go zoom, 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 like you get out, you go see what's
Yeah.
going on.
For a
Like
second,
I think anybody would.
I thought race cars were in here. That was a perfect race car noise.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, oh, it's so
Why,
good.
thank you.
That's what they sound like.
Listen, you know who made really good noises? That guy from Police Academy.
Michael Winslow?
Michael Winslow. Dude, what happened to that dude, man? What happened to we should get him on the show.
Yeah,
I don't know how we do that. Austin,
I'll hit my people up.
No, seriously.
All right, I'll write it down.
Seriously. Is he alive?
Probably.
I wonder. But anyway, sorry you guys. Oh, man, he really did do like that was I'm amazed, right? Isn't that like really, really good that he could do all of those sounds? I
Oh yeah,
couldn't do
they were
all of those
nuts.
sounds. Jiminy. Anyway, so he deserves an award or something. This, if you guys don't know who he is, go look him up. What's his name again?
Michael Winslow.
Michael
I'm
Winslow.
pretty sure that's his name. I want to feel
Winslow?
foolish if that's
he
wrong.
was in the Police Academy movies, you know. He did all of these different sounds. He was really, really good. But anyway, so I'm out here, boom, in front of the Family Dollar, all of these cop cars, right? All of the cop cars that you could think if there were a lot of cop cars. Are you sure I didn't talk about this, Austin?
I don't think so. When did this happen?
I don't know, dude. All of the days blend together.
But that's the thing.
Right? I haven't slept in like 5 weeks. I don't know.
I'm joking. Who needs it?
I've slept a little bit, you know, but Jiminy, dude, just so much has been happening. So anyway, I couldn't believe it, right? So all of these cars are out here. It's like if I were to tell you that it was 100 cars, right? And I was over exaggerating, you guys. If I was to tell you guys that it was 100 police cars out there and I was over exaggerating, I would say that legitimately it was at least 75 cars. The majority of our police force in the small town of Rochester, New York, was over there. Now, to me, that tells me that something else really big is going on because I've lived through all types of stuff in Rochester and I've never seen that large a police presence. So I'm like, Sugar Cracker Krispies, is it a terrorist attack? Like, am I like, should I be heading to the bunker? Like, it's like, wow, man, like they really had that many police out there. So I'm broadcasting live on my Facebook Live on my my personal page, actually, because that's my area, that's my neighborhood, that's my business in that right there in that area. And it was crazy, dude. It was crazy. So I'm broadcasting. And I'm like, what's going on? Trying to get more information. Come to find out some dudes done hold up the Family Dollar, you guys. Man, listen. Drink water. Listen, you guys. This man held up the Family Dollar. Can I tell you that the Family Dollar over there is like the only shopping place outside of Walgreens, okay, that we have in a very reasonable place and distance? The next farthest one from us is probably about a mile and a half in either direction. And that's just not good because most of the city, think about it like this. Most people in those neighborhoods don't really have a lot of transportation. So this closing will be extremely impactful on their day-to-day lives. So think about it like that. Let me say it like that. I just get frustrated thinking about the whole event because I was recording it, my phone went dead, and then after my phone went dead, I had to go grab my other phone. So I go to grab my other phone, boom, bang, bing. I come back outside. So all of a sudden, I'm broadcasting. I'm like, listen, you guys, this is why we have issues in our city because a lot of these people that are out here, okay, they don't get any of the resources that they need when they're coming out of prison, okay, or jail, right? Like we know that they don't get out of prison or jail with any direct connection into a job. Like, why isn't that a thing? That should be a thing, you guys. Okay. Austin, I swear to goodness, if I already did a show like this, or is it just that I talk about stuff like this all the time and all of a sudden it's hit home?
I mean, yeah, I think I would have heard of. Didn't this just happen though? Like over the weekend?
Happened.
Yeah, you haven't done a show. We do a show once a week.
We only do a show once a week. Maybe we need to make it another day too. Geez, so much stuff is happening, Austin.
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness. So as I'm doing my second broadcast, and I'm talking about how the people don't get the resources that they need when they get out of jail and prison, they're like hooting and hollering at me. I'm like, who the heck? What? What in the derriere? Okay. So I'm looking, right? And here it is. These F the police people, bro. F the police. F the freaking police. Yo, I'm not even able to believe. Yo. So the whole thing was, if you were following the police scanner or anything, armed robbery, Family Dollar. Dude, with all those police there, it was definitely a hostage situation. Come to find out, they're talking about there was a hostage situation. It was 6 people in there that were employees at the time. Then it may have been other bystanders too. Man, listen here, man. Okay? That's serious, man. That's serious. Somebody went in there ready to shoot a son of a gun, or at least pretend that they was going to shoot a son of a gun. But once you already pointing a weapon at somebody, you're threatening their life. Okay. So if you're threatening their life and then you lose your life, like, I'm sorry, not sorry. Don't do that. Like, just don't do that. Like, I feel, for me personally, armed robbers are the lowest form of criminals. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not fond of them.
It's like an abuse of power. It's like an abuse. It's like a predatory type of situation. And I don't like predators at all, man. That's true. Listen, I almost had some choice words right there. But so I'm out here broadcasting, talking about that, man. And as I'm talking about it, guess what happens, Austin?
What happens? I have any
So they're
idea.
hooting and hollering me, right?
Sure.
So I'm talking about the criminals getting the resources that they need, because halfway houses aren't good enough, So as I'm talking about this, they're hooting, hollering, choting, and shouting at me, okay? Because why? They don't support the criminals? Seriously? I don't understand. Like, I thought they hated the police, so you don't support the criminals? Then I talk about the victims. Oh my goodness, the victims, nobody listens to the victims. Nobody cares about the victims, the effects. I'm trying to figure out myself, you guys. If you were in a situation like that was a hostage situation, or even appeared to be a hostage situation, or even just a place in which you were in a place where there was an armed robber, you could develop PTSD off of something like that extremely quickly. Like, you can carry that into your day-to-day life. Now you might be beating on your children. You might be beating on your spouse. Like, you might be crawling up in a little ball and scared to even go out of the house because of something. Like I don't even oh my goodness. Austin, man. Jiminy Crackers, man.
Yeah, man. It's tough.
But for real, do you feel me though?
I do. Hey, I've been held up at gunpoint while working retail. It's not fun.
You understand what I'm saying? So do you know how much? Okay, so boom, right? So the first disclaimer, if you guys followed the whole show, is the first disclaimer that we always do on the show is that it's not for the people that are faint of heart, because we may end up getting on a topic that might be a little bit sensitive to people. Okay. So if we have to put that warning on a podcast, you guys, on a podcast, okay, could you imagine how many people out there would be so sensitive and so impacted by something like that? Like Jesus, I wish nobody has to go through something like that in life. You understand what I'm saying? Because Lord forbid there are people that would not be able to handle it out there. And I just pray that the people that were engaged in that whole event, everybody comes out there with very good presence of mind, that their mental health is okay, and that they can go to stores again, right? Because couldn't you get scared not to go into stores? Like, geez. So I'm talking, right? I'm talking about the victims, right? How nobody cares about the victims at all. Nobody says anything about the victims. Okay. And they're hooting and hollering at me, you guys. You guys, they are hooting and hollering at me. Oh, hey, is that Debbie? Who's out here? Who's waving? Debbie, Sarah, I see you guys out there. So they're hooting and hollering me about the victims. They've hooted and hollered me about what else? The criminals, right? So they don't care about the criminals. They don't care about the victims. And clearly they don't care about the economy or the people in the neighborhood who need to shop here. But now they're talking about they're going to close down the Family Dollar most likely. I don't want them to close down the Family Dollar. I shop there, people. Come on now. Like, I know normally I try to keep most of my episodes kind of like a national base, but this is for real. You guys, I am fighting a serious battle out here in Rochester, New York right now with these communists, socialists, whatever you want to call them, dingbats, okay? Like, it's for real. And I'm sorry for calling them dingbats like I didn't mean it, but what I do mean is domestic terrorists. Okay, because I'm never going to let go that they enraged everybody in my area and pumped them up. And they said that I did talk about this part though before. I did talk about this. I remember.
I'm sure it's been brought up.
So, and they said that if the city needs to burn, let it burn to the ground. What the flying monkey turds? And I don't know, man. Like, it's just insanity, bro. And like, you're talking about you want to represent people. Like, Troy. Okay. Anyway, moving forward, as that happens, then I turn off my camera because I'm finishing up my stuff. So I'm about to go, right? News 10, 13 right there. Boom, boom. On the other side is channel 8 channel 8 was on that side. So they're all out there, right? So then the chubby one, okay, with the dreadlocks, okay.
Sure.
Because I'm not messing with them today, okay? I'm not, you guys. I'm not with the domestic terrorist shit today. Excuse my language. And you guys, I'm working on myself. But these guys, they really do try it. They really do try it. And we are really working hard to save our nation and our city. So if you can, please go to marcusforrochester.com and donate whatever you can to help my campaign so that we can have some sensibility and people with some real morals and values on city council in Rochester. The fight starts here and then it goes outward. We can restore morals and values to our society and to our county and to our state and to our nation. We can do it, but we have to work together. So please check out my website and donate. marcusforrochester.com. So these guys are getting in my face, right? So the one with the dreads is all honestly, she was talking all types of stuff about me and then tried to say some other stuff about me and then tried to say something about some family of mine. Like, what? Austin? Why was she talking about my family, you guys? Why was she talking about my family? Like, how dare you? Like, it's my family. Like, you don't do that. You want to fight, right? But again, I'm not able to look at this like this is one thing that needs to be a thing, right? Because I'm out here battling for the heart and soul of our nation, you guys. And I know that many of you are too, especially if you follow me. I know that you care very much about our nation, very much about the direction that we're going in. And we know that we must stand firm and we must stand tall in our virtues so that we can move our nation forward. Because right now, that leadership is absent. Okay. It's absent on the Republican Party. It's absent on the Democratic Party. We see very few leaders willing to speak up and stand up. So it is left up to us, the people. Okay. We, the people, to stand up and say that it is time for us to take over the positions that we are supposed to be rendering for the rest of our fellow countrymen. Okay. It is our bound duty. Okay. If you have ever said the Pledge of Allegiance and believe it, to go out and work to make your community better, to run for public office, if you see this stuff going on, because we cannot let this nonsense go on. And these are the same people that want to get rid of the police, and they're out here choking me at a freaking, it's so frustrating, you guys. Like, I want to use all types of choice language. Like, you guys have no clue. Like, it's frustrating because it's like, don't you see how negatively and impactful this is to my neighborhood? It's like, you don't live here. You don't have to go through it. You don't have to deal with the lack of people wanting to come to your business because there's a shooting or a stabbing all over the place. And when I say all over the place, Austin, I honestly mean within the like 3 blocks radius. And I know that's not selling my business hard, but God dang it, I gotta save my city. Austin, man, help me out, man. Listen, I'm you guys, seriously, America. Like, in Rochester, we're in serious straits. So after the big one was messing with me, then the tall, skinny one, okay, that thinks that she's some sort of I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know either. I wasn't there.
Human vortex of volatile apprehension.
Oh no.
Okay. So she got all in my face, bro. She got all in my face. I swear I told this story, or maybe I've just said this story a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you probably you know,
I'm wondering, did I say it here? I hope that you haven't got me in here putting together a really good episode about something I already covered.
No,
even
man.
Though it's really
I've never heard this before.
You've never heard, okay.
And I usually listen when you talk.
Okay. Oh, well, usually. Oh my goodness. You guys, he usually listen. Listen, I want to thank the Academy for this nomination. Okay, because I must be doing good if Austin usually listens to me. Awesome. But so the freaking vortex of Hades walks up to me, okay, within 6 inches of my face, you guys. Like, and I'm so thankful that she was wearing a mask, right? Not because I'm into that type of thing. Also, now that I hear that out my mouth, pause. But I'm so glad that she had a mask on, because I would have been able to taste what she ate for breakfast, and it was the middle of the night.
Oh God.
Yes, bro. I mean, you know how people say that some people get some people stand up at attention with the blow of the wind, right? You've heard that saying, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, man, I'm telling you, dude, if the wind blew and that would have happened, I'd have been inside her stomach, bro. That's how close she was with me. It was like we were having an intimate moment. So intimate, so passionate. I think she might like me.
Oh, whoa.
Because do you get closer than 1 foot away from somebody if you don't like them? Like, do you get like 6 inches? Like, if both of you stuck your tongue out, you could probably type close to somebody if you don't like them.
I don't even get that close to people I like.
Right? So I'm like, do you want me? Like, I've never thought of you in that way. I just thought of you as somebody who was trying to slowly destroy my race from the inside and bring harm to my country and my city by poor governance and putting poor policies together based on rash decisions that have no thought out judgments and have no indicators on how they will be measured by success. I mean, measured for success. Yeah. Jeez, dude. Like, geez, like I with all of that stuff ahead of it, I've never thought of her like that. And I probably won't. So why are you that close to me? I didn't invite you that close. So you know what she said to me, right? Say it to my face. Say what to your face? I don't know. It must have been that she's a domestic terrorist. Okay. Which I don't know how many times I've said that today, but geez, like I've been saying it for almost 2 years, you guys. Every chance that I get, I call it her a domestic terrorist because she is, bro. She burnt my whole fucking, excuse my language. I got a little bit emotional right there. But she coerced the people in the communities, and most of the people were white people. No offense, you guys, but from the middle of nowhere, from the Penyen and freaking Onondaga, man, take your asses home, man, with your black ass matters lives or whatever the fuck. Okay, excuse my language. I had a little outburst. You guys, frick, man, you're not even from Rochester, bro. Go away. Like, we don't want you here, man. Like, not tearing up our neighborhoods. We got enough shootings, stabbings, and everything. Didn't you just hit? We were just talking about an armed robbery. Like, the fuck? Shoo, chimney cha. I think I might have lost my taste today, right? I'm you guys. Anyway, so the big one, the tall one, the vortex gets near my face. Okay, and says, say it to my face. Now, here's my question. I've seen her about 5 times in the last year and a half, 2 years. I even said that she was a domestic terrorist when I was in the what do you call it? When Congress, or no, that sounds more sexual, excuse me. Well, that's actually how you would use that word though, but talking words, speaking, I don't know, man. Having an interaction with one of her peers, you know. I said that about them to them, but not to her specifically, but about their whole group and her specifically. No, but for real, you guys, like, and she was right there and she didn't say nothing then because it's a formal setting, right? So now she thought that she was outside, that she had a couple of her little two. Woo, I'm saucy today. Hot, caliente. Woo. So she thought that she had some backup today, you know, and her little two hoodlums with her, okay, and then the other hoodish people from the neighborhood. She felt like she would do something like Jesus Christ, like Lord, have mercy, praise the Lord, okay, and any gods that you guys like out there, okay, because when I tell you that the Lord, like it was nothing but the Lord that blessed me with the steadfastness, not to react in any other manner than to perform the great shut up. Okay. Like you don't understand. Like there was so much that could have happened in that section of time. Like there was so much that could have happened in that section of time. And like, geez, Louise, Austin, if somebody gets that close to you and says something like that, are they starting to fight?
Yeah, probably.
You understand what I'm saying? Either that or she loves me. So you were either provoking me to violence or you were provoking me to the bedroom. Which one was it?
Yeah, either way, there's skin on skin happening.
Yeah. You know, I'm not trying to fight you. Like, why do I want to fight you? Like you are what is it? Like inconsequential. Okay? Like I don't like I gotta save America. You're just annoying. Like for real. Like, I mean, and I know somebody might take that and run home with that and be like, oh, he said this about them. He said that about. Listen, I'm not saying anything that I haven't said before and I won't say again. Okay. The fact of the matter is that they burned down all of my businesses in my neighborhood. They destroyed all of the businesses in my neighborhood last year, and I will not forgive them. I will not forgive them. I will not forget what they did. And they haven't even apologized to the businesses in the area. And my business is one of the businesses in that area. So no, there will be no forgiveness. We can only progress forward as a city and as a nation when we cast these divisive rhetorics that people like these are putting forward. So she gets to my face, dude. She gets all into my face. Why is she in my face, man? Why is she in my face? She wants some beef? She wants some beef? I thought she was a vegan. I don't even know, man. Is she a vegan? She might be a vegan.
I could be.
Vegans, I hear that vegans tend to be like a little overexertive because they got to prove themselves, I know a couple of friends that are vegans, and I swear that they overcompensate. I swear they do. Like, y'all overcompensate sometimes. Except the unhealthiest vegan I know. Shout out to Cassidy. Woo woo. I don't know if you're out there, brother, but shout out to Cassidy. Yeah. So anyway, these crazy daggone fools, right? These crazy daggone fools were out there, and she got in my face like that, like she wanted to make love. I don't want her. So moving forward, after I de-escalated that by the great art of shut up, which I actually teach. Did you know that, Austin? I actually teach that.
Oh, is it a class?
Yes, it is actually a class. It's a class. I teach it. It's for an hour, 45 minutes. It used to be a 2-part lecture series. I really love it as a 2-part lecture series, but yeah, we'll offer that too. So that's not on my website right now, but that's one of the things that I used to offer for my upwardly mobile business consulting. So yeah, so the art of shut up is very, very, very important.
Sounds like a TED Talk.
It is, though. But it is. But it is. And if you take notes, you'll learn a lot. So anyway, if you want to know more about that and the art of shut up, please reach out to me, message me on my marcusforrochester.com website, or hit me up on Facebook. Okay. We do teach that. So, but anyway, the art of shut up, man, it hit hard. And I was quiet, dude. I didn't say anything. And then I walked away, and all the news cameras were there. Do you believe that none of the news cameras, you guys? Remember earlier I said that news 10, 13, and 8 were there? Do you know that none of the news cameras turned in their direction? But the next day they were like, oh, we want to hold a press conference to say how bad the police are, that the police are terrible, that they hurt this guy, that they killed him, and he was such a good guy. But they'll come out for that, but they wouldn't turn it on them when they were doing that nonsense, and they were there. You guys, you cameramen, I know your job's out there, but I'm saying, you guys, what happened to journalistic integrity? Or did I just make that up? Journalistic integrity?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a myth. I think that's something that's in movies.
Oh my goodness. Right? I thought it was a thing, man. Oh my God, bro. Okay, so I'm really trying to finish up this story, right? But you keep bringing up so much good things, though.
Oh, I'm
right?
Sorry.
Dude. Okay.
Yeah, what?
What
we got going on?
You ready?
Yeah.
Southwest Airlines, air turbulence and weather issues, and what was the other thing? Radio tower issues. Was that it? Was that what it was? Bro, listen here. Do you know what I'm talking about, Austin?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Marcus.
Okay. So everybody out there, you guys. So over the weekend, thousands of flights from Southwest Airlines have been shut down. The official report from Southwest was that they were shut down due to inclement weather and issues like that, as well as issues with the broadcasting towers. So that was their excuse. Austin, did you hear what I just said? You guys, did you hear what I just said? But guess what it really was, Austin? Guess what it really was, guys? It really was the fact that a large portion of the whole Southwest force actually called in sick. That's right. They all called in sick. Now, were they sick, you ask? No, they weren't sick at all. You know what it actually was? They were protesting the mandates that they were being put under. So in order to protest them, they banded together to hit them where it hurts, in the pocketbooks. So you guys, this is what needs to be happening all across the country. People need to be standing up. But more than that, the news needs to be covering this in a real and truthful manner. This isn't truthful at all. They obfuscated everything, you guys. Like, you would have thought it was because of some bad weather or tower issues, and it was a gosh darn it lie. The pilots were protesting, standing up for their free lives and their freedoms and their liberties. Like, you guys, like America, Like, geez, you guys. Like, we should be standing in solidarity with them and anybody else that'll stand up for their liberties and freedoms. Even the BLM people in New York City are starting to see how the segregation is coming from those mandates, and it's a problem. So if they see it, then all the more reason why everybody else should see it too. Am I wrong, Austin? Tell me, help me out here, man, because I just feel like I'm a little flabbergasted by the whole thing. It's just like, makes you wanna woo-ha.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. You know, there's a lot of misinformation out there, and you just gotta, spend the time, do a little digging.
Well, but it wasn't even like, okay, so listen. So you guys, listen. So the only way you could really find out is if you had social media. Okay, because all of the news that was being covered on it was only that it was some weather and some mess up with some equipment. Okay, but if you were on social media, you saw what the real deal Holyfield was. You guys, they're coming for that next. Okay, they've already clamped down on a lot of things. Sometimes, they even blocked me on Messenger for a little while. Why'd you block me on Messenger? I don't even use Messenger like that. What the hell? Like, and I don't even say anything crazy online, you guys. Like, a lot of people say way more crazy stuff. But anyway, man, oh my God. But that just shows you how the media lies and doesn't do their job and all types of stuff. So I thought that the media here was a little bit better. Maybe they just wanted more shots of what was going on up the street, and they couldn't take the time to turn the cameras around even a little bit to capture the stuff that was going on and the fact that they were inciting violence yet again, because that's the type of horrible people that they are. So, do I feel a little bit salty? Yes. Because you want to get all in my face like you want to fight, as if I wanted to fight you. Like, I got better stuff to do. Like, more important stuff. Like, and if you really cared about our city, okay, then you'd know that you have better stuff that you need to be spending your time on too than picking a fight with somebody in the middle of the street at nighttime. Freaking hooligan. And I'm putting it nicely because I don't want to say what I really want to say, because I really want to say what I'm saying without out saying it. You guys, come on now. Austin, man, tell me I'm wrong, man. Tell me I'm wrong, Austin. Am I wrong?
No. Man, there's only truth here.
I get really concerned because I thought, like, if the people that were family members of the person who was involved in the incident wanted to actually get the video footage, that would be a good thing, right? Like, that makes sense. That sounds fair, right? Like, if they want the footage, give them the footage, right?
Sure, absolutely.
But after a period of time, after the investigation and stuff is done. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? After a period of time, after the investigation is done, then you get it. And I said earlier on the radio on shout out to Bob Lansbury on news was it 1180? 1180.
Wham
1180.
Wham 1180. Yeah.
Wham 1180. Yeah. News radio Wham 1180. Can we do that? Is that a thing? I just did it.
But
I did it anyway.
Yeah. It's your show, man. You plug whatever you want.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So shout out to Bob. I was on Bob earlier and pause. And we were talking, and I'm just like, listen, man, like, this whole thing with these people coming out and protesting over somebody who was armed robbery. Like, like, they're an armed robber. Like, you can't do that. And I said, if we're going to do anything in order to move forward, if we need freaking video footage, what we need to do is we need to make sure that there is some sort of an outline, right? Like after these many days, here's a solid number of days, then we'll release the footage or whatever the case is. At least so that way we know where to start from, right? Like I think that that's fair. That's something that everybody could agree with. Austin, does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So, but when the family is aligning themselves with these F the police people who are only here to sow division and hate and stuff like that, like I like you lose a little bit from me, right? Like, cause I support you guys getting the footage. Like and then the other thing is, right? Like, what if there was some sort of a crazy conspiracy against the person in the thing? You know, like I'd be the first person to want to know that. I'd be the first person to want to know that. Like, you mean that all of this was going on and this really is affecting this? I'd want to know. Austin, don't you think that those people should be off the street if that was a thing?
Absolutely.
But 75 cops aren't coming up to make a cover up on you, okay? You are not Jamal Khashoggi. Okay, if you don't know who he is, he was a journalist who was also a spy. They killed him because he was a spy and he didn't want to come back to Saudi Arabia. Okay, they're not gonna tell you that he was a spy and that's why they killed him, but that's what happened. It was actually an accident that they killed him on by mistake. They wanted to kill him on purpose, but they didn't want to kill him yet. They wanted to take him back to Saudi Arabia, but he tried to get loose and they put the whack pop to him and that was it. So anyway, man, like dude, man. Austin, man, America, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Like
It's
usually
nuts.
we cover the news, dude, but you guys, so much has happened in the week. You've got what I went through. Me out here running, being like the only sovereign campaign person out here trying to kick ass and take, excuse my language, like you guys, I'm working on myself. I am growing. I am becoming a better person every day. I am not perfect, but I'm working on getting there, by gosh darn it. Okay. So it's like, jeez, Austin, what can we do to improve our community? What can we do to improve our society? Take action, right? Stand up, right? Stand up for our communities, stand up for our friends, stand up for our families. You know, so many people forget that we're American. Like, I think that we would consider a lot of these people in America right now to be Americans. Okay. Like, cause you guys like won't stand up for your liberty. No, you can't. You won't stand up for your freedoms. No, you can't. You won't stand up against the government talking about they want to see all of your bank statements and everybody who's gone through your house and everything. No, you can't. You guys can't speak up about nothing. If they start throwing people in furnaces, what you going to do then? You going to speak up then? No, because you can't. Jiminy crackers, man. These Americans out here are messing up our nation, Austin. Austin.
Yeah.
Americans.
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 I
They gotta get rid of the Americans.
Yeah, no, because we American.
Exactly.
We America should.
That's right. And we America should strive to be better every day, little by little. Okay. As we all focus on ourselves on a daily basis, like Michael Jackson said, you got to look in the man in the mirror and you got to make a change. And you got to do like Gandhi said and be the change that you want to see. So you got to take a look at yourself and make a, come on, Austin, you ain't gonna help me here?
Change.
Yes. So seriously though, you guys, you have to start with yourself. And to start with yourself is to stand up and say, the stuff that I see going on the TV, the misrepresentation, the flat out lies, is not going to fly with me. I mean, they just completely lied about what happened with the Southwest Airlines flights. Like, that's terrible. Like, that's propaganda of the highest level. Like, we are seriously losing our country. Like, and that's not me even. And I keep saying like, right? Because like I'm trying to orient it back with reality because this is real stuff that's actually happening. We're losing our nation. Okay. It's not like anything. It's exactly that. We are losing our nation bit by bit, and we need to stand up now. You know, vaccinated, unvaccinated, okay, whatever you want to consider yourself, black, white, gay, lesbian, straight, okay, bigender, bipolar, I don't care, okay? But we all need to stand up together because we, the people, need to talk to our government and be like, you guys are freaking nuts. Okay? You've dragged us over the coals for far too long. Okay? You're charging us too much. Everything's costing too much. You can use the freaking National Guard to guard the Congress, but you can't use them to unload the ships and stuff. Who's dumb? Okay? Who's dumb? The American people are not that dumb. You guys got to start standing up, man. Okay? Have the confidence to stand up. At least one other person out there will hear your voice and you'll be able to stand up together. Okay? Or you'll be able to inspire somebody else to stand up. I was out there campaigning today, you know, and I was stopped by this one guy on a bike and he was like, you know, you really inspired me to vote. It's my first time voting, but when I go vote, I'm going to vote for you. You know how touching that was and how meaningful, man. You guys, you got to stand up, man. Each one teach one, right? Like, we got to get these people together, man. They're our countrymen. They're our friends. They're our family. And it's like it's a sickness of the mind going on. Like, after that Southwest thing, I'm beyond belief. Like, the media could say anything and it'll be a lie right now. Because that's like the farthest I've ever seen them take this propaganda. Like, if you don't see the warning signs flashing and blaring, you're missing everything. And let's not talk about all of the money that's going into these vaccine cocktails, right? Right, Austin? Cocktails.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cocktails. So that are going into these cocktails. Did you see the article? I was reading Bloomberg, because sometimes I like to get my fancy and educated tech and stocks world going on. So sometimes I have interest too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I was reading in there. It was like Pfizer says that they ain't never giving up their information on how they make their drugs or any of the chemical compounds in their stuff. Wait, pause. I thought they were supposed to be transparent about that, guys. I thought they were supposed to tell you what's in this stuff. And they're openly saying that they're not going to talk about it now and they're not ever going to tell anybody because it's for their own stuff. Are you absolutely sure? And this is one of the most favored things that you can get in your arm anywhere. Everybody's running and clamoring to this, and they're talking about they're not going to tell anybody what's in any of it. This is what they're saying. This is what the executives are saying. Are you listening? Now, and if you believe very deeply in it or you don't believe, it doesn't matter to me. My thing is this, right? As an American taxpaying citizen, we finance that program. We finance that program that they're now making billions of dollars off of us. Billions of dollars, which we don't have to go to the youth. Okay. Billions of dollars that we could have used for this freaking daggone infrastructure bill, which is actually a freaking terrorist attack at our freedoms and liberties by torching everything that we know to be true. First, they want to give you a freaking do you know that there's actually a provision in there for breathalyzers for all cars, Austin?
No, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, man. On top of that, they've got the $600. If you've got $600 in your bank, the government can see all your transactions and the IRS and everything. Insanity. And on top of that, they got it where they're going to charge you by mile wherever you go. So they're going to be tracking you. How are they going to know how many miles you went? They're going to track how many miles you go. Dude, all of this information is unsafe to give to anyone, more or less the government. People are like, oh, well, it's on your phone already, but it's a problem. It's a problem on there right now. Why do you think the Europeans have GDPR or whatever it's called? What's it called, Austin? Do you know what I'm talking about? The protection rights?
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
So it's something like that, you guys. All of the letters were there. But it's crazy, right? Because I care about our country, and I know you guys do too. I just want to encourage you guys to stand up and speak up, okay? So if you like my show, if you guys like what I'm talking about, please reach out, okay? You can actually donate to my campaign if you want to help me spread the word up here. Please, marcusforrochester.com. This is a battle, you guys, like a real strong battle for a fight for the war for our nation. Like, it sounds like a joke and it sounds like a game, but when they put that thing on the TV about Southwest, excuse me, about Southwest Airlines, you guys, that was such a bold-faced lie. It was such a bold-faced lie. They know that they were willfully misleading the people. You guys, what's next? You guys, we have to stand up, okay? We have to stand up. I want to encourage all of you to stand up. It's so important. I want you to encourage all your friends, your family, anybody that you know to stand up and speak up for their country and their liberties. Because right now, you see, they're trying to force oh my God, mandates on children, right? In California. Oh my goodness, how good is that? That's not good at all. Then they've got all types of other stuff that they're doing around the country where they're about to implement all of these different work requirements for mandates coming next month. Thank goodness in the area that we got in New York, there were some religious exemptions that just went to court and that got helped through. So, I mean, I'm really happy and thankful for everything that we've got. But you guys, you got to stand up. We got to start fighting for our nation more. If I can impart one thing on any of you, we've got to start fighting for our nation more. Okay. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter what your skin color is. It doesn't matter how you identify. We have to come together. We have to stand up for our nation. Freedom, liberty. Kind of chokes me up, Austin, because to think that we might not have it soon. We might not have it in our age. We might be the last people in America to have felt anything that looks like liberties and freedoms. Could you imagine, Austin? A land completely devoid of freedoms and liberties? Would you want to live in that land, Austin?
No.
I don't think most people would. It's so sad because a lot of people didn't like the slogan, Make America Great Again, right? But we really need to save America right now. And that's a true thing. We're losing everything right now to all of the crackpots and wingnuts that are in office right now, to all of the people that feel that they don't have anything that's a threat because there are no term limits. We definitely need term limits. In Rochester, we have a game that they like to play where they'll bounce back and forth between city council and school board. And that's not good for the people. Like, come on. I'm really, 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 really focused on encouraging more of you guys to stand up. One at a time. Austin, what do you think is the biggest reason why somebody should stand up for their liberties and their freedoms?
Well, if you don't, no one else will. You have to stand up for your own beliefs and your own ideals because they're your own.
And I'm running for city council because I have to stand up for my own beliefs and my own ideals. And I go out and I speak to all types of people, and so many of my ideals resonate with everybody. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing because that means that I know that what I'm talking about means a lot to a lot of people. That means I'm on the right track. And I'm going to bring that into city council, that same type of an attitude to actually get stuff done and work on the things that I'm talking about because I mean it. I don't just talk about these things because I'm like making words sound nice. I talk about it because I mean it. Man, I love our country so much that I'm out here working so hard. And I just wish that more of you guys can pick up too and make it happen where you are. Okay, get involved politically, do whatever you need to do, get involved locally because that's where it starts. Okay. That's where it starts. I really, really, really want to tell you guys to keep your heads up, to keep pushing forward. And I want to give you a message of hopefulness so that you can stay empowered, because we must stay empowered and we must keep championing forward, working on ourselves, building up ourselves, because if we do not, the world will tear us down. Thank you so much for listening today. This has been Marcus, Made in America.